And shout out to this nigga, because I thought he was finished, but he got his comeback. Andrew Callahan. He did an interview with the president's son, and the president's son explains crack. Or the former president's son. Let me see if we get a timestamp. The laptop story, staying sober. Okay, where's the crack? How am I going to talk about the crack? Here we go. So this is Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden. This is the one who was fucking all the hookers, taking all the crack. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't as linear as that.
Here we go.
So it was just like, you didn't go from cocaine to crack?
No, it wasn't as linear as that. And so with me, what ended up happening was, when my brother was dying, he was dying in a very slow but certain way, because he had glioblastoma, multiform stage 4 cancer, which basically you have a 2% survival rate. And even that 2%, your chances of being fully intact physically and mentally are, basically 0.2% of people survive without, their life. But almost a 98% certainty that you're not going to live outside of 2 years. And so my brother never wanted to really know those numbers. And so I remember, I haven't read all of the book, but the people have given me little synopsis of, like, this guy, Alex Thompson, who no reason anybody would know who the hell Alex Thompson is. He has this whole thing, I understand, in which he says, like, the Bidens covered up Bo's cancer diagnosis. And I feel like saying, what the fuck are you talking about, man? You get a terminal diagnosis. Okay. What do? Do you accept it?
Brother, get to the crack talk.
And I'm going to do that, and I'm going to try that, and I'm going to survive, and I'm going to run for governor. My brother was the attorney general. He was no longer the attorney general. He did not run for re-election as attorney general, but he was considering running for governor at the time. When my brother would be asked, he'd say, I'm okay. Yeah. I'm okay. And he'd keep doing his job, and he was in private practice at this time. And so what does Alex Thompson think my brother would owe fucking anyone to say, oh no, I'm dying, I'm not going to run?
All right, what's up with the crack, bro?
No, you don't. You go do your chemo. You do in the entire family. Not for any other reason than proximity. I was with them all the time, a period of time, and then I cycled in and out. But when my brother was sick, that I read as a kid was losing my brother. It was pretty awful.
Ooh, that's that crack scratch. Yeah. That's that Ashy Larry shit. Yeah, that's that Tyrone Bigsby shit. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
And
Look, see? I told you.
Hey, Tyrone, we are not giving crack away today.
You see? That neck scratch. I don't know why crackheads scratch their neck. I don't know what's going on with their neck. All crackheads do it, though.
What time is it? It's 5 o'clock.
Why they scratching? Why crackheads stay scratching?
Come on, Benedict Arnold. What y'all tell?
See? That's the crackhead scratch. I learned that from a Chappelle show. Look.
Sweat. And I did. And it was really difficult. And my wife of 20 years stopped talking to me. Maybe 20 years of reasons not to have a relationship, but...
Bumbo clot, that's the crackhead scratch right there. He just did it. Yo. One's the president's son and one's a skit. One's the president's son and the other one's a skit. Holy. Chat, I told you, man. This is why the Chappelle show's goated.
It was pretty awful timing, and I fell apart.
Yo, he's just scratching. What's going on?
I went to rehab.
Yo, he started talking about the crack. He started scratching. You talking about rehab now? Yeah.
Almost immediately, and I stayed in rehab for a long time. inpatient, outpatient for close to a year, and between up in a place in Pennsylvania and then back in D.C. to be near my kids, and was not wanted by my ex-wife back in the house. And so for the first time in 46 years, I'm living alone. I don't have my brother. The rest of the family is in this awful state of grief. And we feel rudderless, I think, for the first time in my life. Completely rudderless. And anyway, long story short, is I kind of held it together for about a year. And and the doctor, the outpatient program that I was in, I was going to 4 times a day and getting tested. I said, look, I drank. He said, well, we want to test you anyway. I said, if you test me, it becomes a part of a record, and I don't want it as a part of a record because it's not protected by HIPAA. And he said, well, you can't come back in if we don't test you. And I said, well, this is what I did. And they said, it doesn't matter, you're telling us. And said, we need it for our records. I said, well, fuck you. And I walked out to the park across the street, and
did some crack.
Lincoln Park in D.C., which is not very far from the White House, which is I knew to be a kind of sometimes an open air,
Yo, how the son of a president is a crackhead? This is crazy, Chad.
Drug market. And I saw someone that I knew from my past life as being in the streets, a woman that I referred to as Bicycles. And I knew that it was kind of a suicide.
Yo, it's like he's fantasizing about a crack.
Idle thought. I said, do you got any crack? She sold me crack.
Nah, Kodak ain't like this. No, this ain't Kodak time. Yo, y'all niggas need to stop. Listen. Stop judging Kodak if you're not judging this nigga like that, bro. Listen to this guy. This is the son of a president. Kodak is a project baby. He's supposed to be a crack. No, I'm playing. But I was like, listen, this is the son of a president. He had his bread buttered on both sides. Silver spoon. Got no fucking reason to be a damn crackhead. He said he left rehab, went across to the park, and bought crack. And he's snitching on the person who he bought the crack from. Say, yo, her name was Bicycles. Like, yeah, Bicycles. Go get her.
A suicidal thought. I said, do you got any crack? She sold me crack. And then that was it. From there, it just progressively got worse and worse.
What kind of places did it take you?
Physically, it took me to, like geographic.
Yo, the nigga keeps scratching. He's scratching his leg now. This nigga's scratching, bro. Yo, why does crack make you so itchy?
It took me to some, the worst parts of any city, town, state that you've been through. And, I know that you've been through these places I've watched, but,
Wait, let me ask y'all a question. And again, I got to sanitize a little bit because I hope this could be on YouTube. But I'll be uploading this video. Because I don't do drugs, if there's like a formula how to create crack from cocaine, why not just buy the cocaine and then create the crack yourself if you like the crack version of cocaine? Why go to unscrupulous areas and buy the finished version when you could just buy the pure version of cocaine, bring it home? I hear you add some baking soda and some other shit in, you cook it up on a pot and stir it around or whatever the fuck you do, and then you get the crack. Why don't you just make it in your own house? If you like crack that much and you're rich. I thought crack was for people who were poor. Oh, you're poor, you don't got it. Right?
It takes you to, metaphorically and literally, to the Super 8 motel off the highway, rooms for rent on an hourly or daily basis, for tens of dollars. And that's kind of where it takes you.
Takes you to public housing too.
Yeah, and not safe places. Places people live, but, not safe places.
How long was the run for after you saw Bicycles?
That was in 2016, and then June of 2016, about almost 3 years. Wow. Yeah. Now, there were periods where I would stop. I would try to get help or half try to get help or appease people in my life and say that I was getting help. And so I did a whole host of different things to try to pull myself out of it. I did try, and people would come in and out of my web and try to help me, and my level of toxicity would drag them down until they would kind of like disappear. And then people that would come into my life that were nothing but blood-sucking leeches that would literally saw vulnerability and latched on and drained me of literally every thing that I had, whether from emotional well-being to my physical well-being to my bank account. And that was the ebb and flow for almost 3 years until I met Melissa. The one thing that is true about it is that, as I said before, I met some people in that period of time that are living and have no escape. I had an escape, my family. I thought that I had burned all bridges. There was no exit, you know. I was in a hotel in a big city, and I don't want to name it the city, and this drug dealer who had pretended kind of to be my friend, would organize these, things around me where they just would live off of me for like days at a time, and they'd get hotel rooms and they'd bring people in, and it'd be like a big party, and I would find myself invariably kind of like trapped in the room and kind of trotted out to deal with hotel security or whatever at any time. Someone had given me something, and there was a spa tub, like a big hot tub pool, and they'd found me floating face down in the pool. And this person saved me. And I woke up after about 12 hours where they just held me. My whole point of the story is that this person put themselves at an enormous risk to save my life for nothing other than to be human, because every single other person that was there, literally, they stole the shoes off my feet, stole my clothes. I've gotten over the fact that, Matt Gaetz or Eric Trump is going to like use this story as another, data point for like how fucked up Hunter Biden is. But I don't give a shit anymore. And what I don't give a shit about is because people, even in the midst of their addiction, some people can be so incredible and generous and humane.
All right, anyway, this is a crack love story, chat. Y'all gotta go watch this, man. Yo, Andrew Callahan, man. We thought you was done out here, but I knew you was gonna come back, man, because you be actually doing some little journalism. I fuck with you a little bit. Just don't be skewing shit. You skew shit sometimes, but like, you came back with the crack love story, and we gotta watch this shit. This shit is great. This nigga got Hunter Biden. Listen, they couldn't find a nigga laptop, but they definitely found him for an interview. And he's talking about how he loved that crack cocaine. Okay, anyway, let's get back to someone who doesn't do crack. Okay, a little K2 ain't crack. Back to Kodak Black. Kodak Black is, again, he's doing his thing. He said whoever was telling jokes wasn't him, it was Modak. And, I don't think Kodak's a crackhead. I think Kodak is a pillhead, but I don't think he's a crackhead. I think he be on some K2, but he ain't a crackhead.
Modak. Yo, Modak, listen, man. No matter what you said, it's all love, bro, for real. I got no bad blood against you, Modak. Real shit.
Modak. Yeah, that my homie, he in the Marines.
He in the Marines?
Yeah.
Oh, respect to him. Respect to you, bro.
Yeah, he in the Marines. I know it had to be Modak. He the only nigga like joke like that. You feel me?
Yeah, but he don't mean it, though.
I ain't gonna lie. Let me tell you this, chat. Let me tell you this. If we ain't realized, remember when Kodak was signed. This was one of the craziest stories I've ever seen, chat. Kodak Black caught selling drugs. Y'all remember this? They said Kodak. Hold on, I gotta read this story to y'all again. I remember I covered it on YouTube. He was signed, and they said Kodak went back to the block and he was selling drugs. Like, imagine being signed for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you went back to 2 months. He was charged for no. Is this it? No, I think this is it. October 5th, 2015. October 2015. Kodak Black. Caught selling drugs. Yeah. Yo, Kodak's already on by this time, bro. Yo, you got to hear the story behind this one. Nah, I can't find it because it won't go back that far. All I know is the dude got signed. I know I did a video back on it. I'm not even going to get back into it, but the nigga went back to the block to sell drugs, bro. After he, like, you realize that this is not just a money thing for him. This is a lifestyle.
Nah,
It's like a troll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't remember Modak? You don't remember him?
From where? It's her first time.
Kodak do come across like he would have an invisible friend. Like, he the type of nigga, he talking to an invisible friend. You like, who that? Like, yeah, you talking to me? He be like, nah, that's my other friend. You like, where your other friend at? He talking to an invisible person. Yak just kind of off one, bro.
Meeting.
Yeah, but like, I'm saying, like, he just doing something. Shit, when we were first like about to like.
Yak is like Boonk before Boonk went bonkers. Like, he's like right before there, but he been keeping that level for a long time.
You know, even talking on doing this shit like that a while back.
Yeah.
Yo, Yak is like Smokey after Smokey smoked that shit from the Mexicans in Friday. You know, Smokey be on some shit like this, like, y'all watch Friday? He be like this, like, what the fuck? Yeah, they laced the shit.
My was on Sexy Red told.
Man.
Yeah, bro.
Do 7.